I wasn't sure if I was gonna make a video, but then Gabby texted me, "Wow, dreams really do come true," and I was like, "Fuck it, you know what? It's true in so many ways." So speaking of dreams coming true, I'm gonna show you my kitchen because I grew up in a very unusable house, and most of the rooms you could not see the floor, you could not see the tables under all the stuff on the tables. You could not use the counters. The fridge was full of rotten food. It was just a mess. The pantry was like as bad as the garage. I mean, there'd be stuff in there expired from years and years ago, and you didn't even know because you couldn't even see it because it was behind all this crap of more crap. Oh my god, you couldn't cook. And we didn't really cook anyway. TV dinners, and takeout diners, restaurants, lots of diners. So, um, I have a kitchen now. It's my apartment. I just made a chocolate cake from scratch. So I'm very, very proud that my kitchen is usable. I used to try to clean my parents' house, but within a week, it was all undone. Kind of incredible, actually. It would take so much effort to clean a place and start to make it usable, and then you just blink and then suddenly it's just like in shambles again, and just like how the it was not rewarding. I did not succeed, but here I can. So I'm going to show you my kitchen. I have a silverware drawer. I have a dishwasher. I have a mixer, and that's actually a mixer that I remember getting with my dad at Costco. I think it was, I don't know, it was some big store, and it was so many years ago that I was like half my dad's height. I don't remember what age I was or anything other than the world was much taller than I was then. I was a little kid, and we got it for my mom. She didn't really use it. I think she managed to use it a couple of times in her life. So my amazing friend Gabby brought it across the country with her because I never had room in my car when I moved, but she came after me and she brought me the mixer. And I'm using it now, and it's red and big and shiny, and I had many conflicting feelings about having a big appliance. I'm like not into appliances. I was like, I'll just stir it with a spoon, but it's a big expensive thing that nobody was using, so I decided to just take it, and I figured like it can't hurt to have a tool. I'm very into doing everything just like myself. Like I don't need a mixer. I got hands for that. But it seemed wiser for it to be with me. And I have a grain mill coming in the mail tomorrow because I've been baking my own bread. And I have a I have my little bread recipe that Zan took pictures of and sent to me. It's from King Arthur Flour. I have a little sourdough starter. I'll show it to you. Oh, you can't see my fridge. And this is my refrigerator. And my refrigerator has pictures of things that I love on it, which is really exciting for me because most of the refrigerators I've seen in my life have just had like a lot of crap on them, just like old papers and business cards and receipts and things that nobody remembers what they're even for, but they just sort of accumulate somehow. And so my fridge just has like sentimental photos, which is really nice. And this is my sourdough starter. And you can even look inside. There is with these little bubbles. Woo, yeasty. actually, I'm so proud. Even you can see the inside of my fridge, which only has things that I'm eating. I am used to refrigerators that are sort of like just guilt chambers because there's all this stuff that you were supposed to eat or someone was gonna eat or like maybe it would be good but nobody really wants it, and then there's just all this extra that like you don't even want to look at and you're like, ugh, I doesn't even taste, I don't want it. So my refrigerator only has like actual food that I'll eat. Have milk, and the milk is not spoiled. I drink the milk before it goes bad. This is very exciting. I have eggs, and also I eat the eggs before they're several weeks old. So this is very exciting. Have vegetables. Um, I eat vegetables. It's really easy. You just cut them and put them on a pan with oil and salt. And that's it. And they're so delicious. Like, how many pounds? 5? 10. 10-pound bag of carrots. Less than $5 at Winco. Do you know what's delicious? Carrots. So, like, that's basically my fridge. I have like some frozen chicken and some frozen fish and some frozen vegetables. And I eat eggs and milk and vegetables, and I'm making my own bread. And I've been making beef jerky because I'm not good at cooking and then eating 3 good-sized meals every day. Um, So beef jerky is good because I can just nibble it. It's all there. It's already made. I don't have to make a meal, and I can still get food. And there's no leftovers to go bad. And I don't have to be able to eat an entire meal in one sitting. I can just eat a little bit and then come back later and nibble on it. It just lives in a jar. I'll show you a jar. Oh my god, which reminds me. Okay. Have this stove I made in high school that I brought with me, and I get to use it in my kitchen. Hopefully, I did not just show the entire world my butt. Um, Here's some beef jerky in a jar. Smells like beef jerky. There it is. This one I was really lazy and I didn't cut all the fat off because with this particular piece of meat, it was just really hard to get all the little teeny tiny bits. But haven't noticed any problems. It's not exactly sitting around for 2 years before I eat it, so. And then these are the little jelly jars that everybody in Portland seems to just have a tremendous supply of. And they're cute because they're reusable and they have these little lids that remind me of picnic tables, blankets, tablecloths. It just seems picnicky. And oh my god, so the best part of this, if I open this cabinet again, I don't know if you can see, but on the top right, I have some jars. I have some tall mason jars, and then a bunch of these. And so something I'm proudest of is that I have a reasonable number of jars and cups. Let me show you my cups. Like, I just ran the dishwasher, so I have a couple of mugs in there too. But like, this is it. These are my cups. Oh, also this one. Actually, these are all my cups. This one and this one. In total, I have 6 cups. That's it. I mean, 6 cups is a lot for one person. To be fair, this is actually Kara's and this is actually Kara's, and this is actually Kara's, and this is actually Kara's. This is mine, and then somebody left this by the dumpster, and I just thought it was too pretty to be thrown away. So, but the point being, there is only a like small portion of the shelf devoted to cups, and they're all like there's only like this is it. All of my cups right here, you can see them all at once. Look at this. You ready? You ready? This is it. This is the whole world of cups. Look at that. I mean, okay, so for perspective, I am used to there being an entire shelf and then another entire shelf of cups which have to actually be stacked inside of each other in order for them to sort of fit, because there's just so many, so you have to stack them. It is a nightmare. It is awful. There's so many mugs and cups and glasses. And then it gives me a headache. I get very stressed out about it. I have like, it's bad. No, I do not ever want to ever live another day of my life in a world that has two entire shelves of cups that all have to be stacked in order to fit. And it's just so much work. My mom liked to get the, like McDonald's would be like, we're having a funny shaped glass and they come in different colors. You can collect them all. So she would just go keep buying Happy Meals or whatever until she got one of every, but then you'd have like 4 of one color in order to try and get the other color. And my dad had a lot of glasses, and then they both just had a lot of glass. There were a lot of freaking glass, and they would break, but there were somehow always more. It was just, I don't even know how they all appeared. There's just like a constant influx. They like snuck into the house at night. I don't know. So many goddamn glasses. Ah! I still joke to people that if you want to like wake me up in a cold sweat, just like hold a bunch of glasses over my head, and then I'll wake up and I'll be like, oh my God, get them away from me. So, so I'm very excited about my very limited number of drinking glasses. The other thing I'm excited about is that when we all figured it was the apocalypse, well, I thought it was the apocalypse. I was like, well, in case the world collapses, I don't want to starve right away. I want to at least live a couple weeks extra before I starve to death, or before the entire country burns down. So I bought a bunch of things in bulk, and so I have these big giant jars of bulk grain. And then I realized, okay, great, but I should also be eating them instead of just saving them for the apocalypse. I should be using them now. Um, but they're giant and heavy. So I'm embarrassed about how long it took me to have this idea, which is very obvious. But for me, it was an incredible revelation. You have the big jars on the top shelf, which I never want to bother climbing up to reach, but they're there for backup. And then you have the smaller jars on the middle shelf, which I can reach. So if I want to cook something, all I have to do is stand on my tippy toes to get to the middle shelf. And then, boom, I can just, pour out like, a half a cup, a quarter cup, a single serving, and whoops, and cook it, and then put this back on the shelf. It's so easy. Like, this is not a pain in the ass to do. So I'm really excited because I've actually cooked and eaten some of the grains that I bought instead of just having them collecting dust. I'm eating the things that I buy, which is what you should do, right? But like where I'm from, you buy a lot of food, plan to eat it, cook some of it, mostly it goes bad, eat some of what you cooked, the rest of it gets thrown away, and then you just order more takeout. So I'm really excited. This is my dream come true. I even have a limited number of like pans and sheets and things. I found this in a free pile and I couldn't not take it because I really like flowers. And this is Kara's and these are all cars, and I was like, you know what? Okay, muffins. I like muffins. Metal trays are cool, I guess. It's just one of each, so I figured it wasn't too bad. But like that's it. And then I have 4 baking trays. The baking trays are mine because I use them for jerky. I put them in like 2 on each shelf, and then I'm making jerky right now. Um, and that's it. That's it. That's literally it. For pots and pans and stuff, I kept one big pan. I'll show it to you. We got one of these, which is good for like eggs and stuff and fish and whatever. And I kept this really cool. This is also Kara's. It comes with a matching lid. I'm making tapioca pudding, so it's just a big pot. And then I have 2 little pots that I found at Goodwill, and they have cute wooden handles, and they're just adorable. So I have 3 pots: a small one, a medium, and a big. Okay. Oh, they're dirty because I made a chocolate cake. So this is the small one, and this is the medium one, and they have cute little wooden handles. And I really like their cute little wooden handles. And this is a little family of pots. And that's it. Oh my god. Like I have a pan and a set of pots. And we kind of have a bunch of Pyrex. So there's like, some round bowl Tupperware things and big rectangular dish tray thing. So I was like, okay, so I've got the last cabinet has just a couple of shelves with little Pyrex Tupperwares on it. And I'm still trying to figure out how to kind of organize that. There's not many of them, but I want them to be usable. I do not like the idea of having a bunch of stuff stacked and shoved in the back of a shelf where I have to like go on an archaeology adventure to like extract it, and then I have to figure out how to fit everything back in. Like I've seen people stack up like Tupperwares and then put all their lids somewhere, and I don't know. Like I always knock over the thing with the lids, and then I can't find the right lid, and then the Tupperware is all stacked, so I have to I've just been putting my lids on the Tupperwares. You know what? That's fine. It's not space efficient. But do I really need that much shit that I need to maximize every inch of my shelf? Like, stack the 3 Tupperwares, now that's half your shelf. Okay. But they're there, they have all their pieces, and I'll use them. So I'm like very excited to have less stuff that I can use. Oh my god. My life has gotten so much more exciting and happy and peaceful and productive. Now that I'm using the things I have, like it's amazing. It's almost as if the things that I own are intended to help me in my life. And I got this little, I think it's for plants. I got it at Goodwill, and then Cara left this wooden spoon behind, and I like it a lot, and I haven't given it back to her because it's really cute. It's like been my friend, honestly. It's been lonely in here in the quarantine, and I've just spent a lot of time stirring stuff with this wooden spoon and thinking, like, you're a really nice spoon, You're very good at being a spoon, and I appreciate you. Like, thanks a lot, friend. And then I found myself thinking, wouldn't it be nice if I had something else like my wooden spoon? but not a spoon. I already have that. Maybe like a ladle, a big spoon, a spatula. Do they make wooden spatulas? I don't know. I did not have a spatula, and then I found one in a free pile, and that's good. Um, but it's plastic. It's not wood. But then I found these, and I think this could be good for like scooping soup. And I think maybe, I'm not sure, I've never seen anything like this, but I figure you could probably do the pasta thing, the like slotted spoon, right? It's just kind of like a funny version. But hey, I dig it. So this is my like special spoon holder. And it makes me happy. And this is the other stuff in my kitchen. I got this little basket at an estate sale, and I have some clips in it. And this is like my junk drawer. I don't know. Cara had these muffin tins. I didn't want to throw them away, but I don't know where to put them. And so they're there, and some plastic dinosaurs. So this is a hippopotamus. This is the dinosaur. There you are, little dinosaur. Got a couple of these guys. So, it's cool. I got like and chip clips, right? Little chippy clips. I don't know. This was also just in the drawer and I didn't want to throw it away. So I have a few clips. Clippies are fun. They're good for like bags of flour and stuff. And this is handy in here. And so this is like my junk drawer. And this was supposed to be, Zan gave it to me for sprouting seeds, but I totally messed it up and they all died. So I need to figure out what I did wrong there. You put them in a mason jar and you like screw the lid ring on over the fabric. You pour the water in, then you pour the water out, and then they grow and you eat them. But I didn't do it right. And then this is like a little container my mom bought, and I wasn't sure what the heck to do with it. And I decided to put my lids in here. And there are too many lids. I just recently got rid of a bunch of glass jars that were not mason jars, that were just like from jam and stuff. So like this does not fit anybody anymore. Or this guy. Like these can go. So I got mason jars in my little picnic jars. And I gotta organize this a little bit better. And then oh my god, did you know they make plastic caps for mason jars? So you don't have to do the little ring thing all the time. This was totally news to me. It's like incredible. Wow, look at that. So I think it's cute. I used to really hate this little green bucket because I didn't know what to do with it and I didn't want to throw it away. I was like, Mom, why did you leave me with this damn green bucket that I have no place for? But I kept it, and then one day I decided it could hold my lids, and now I like it a lot. I think it's cute and colorful, and it makes me less mad at it now that it has a purpose. It's great. Looks good next to my big red KitchenAid. I got this at Goodwill, and I sometimes see things that I have to buy because they're beautiful, and I'll figure it out later. I figure it out. One day, I promise, I swear I'll use it eventually. And I did. This is the first day that I used my trivet. Actually, I got this at Goodwill. It's beautiful. It's got flowers. I made a chocolate cake, and I put it on my trivet on the counter, fresh from the oven. And also, you could see hanging there a bunch of flowers. So Zan gave me a bunch of flowers from his garden, and then they eventually got wilty. And I was like, no, I'm not just gonna throw you away. You're beautiful, and I'm emotionally attached to you. So I tied them all up and I hung them upside down. I've been trying to figure out where is the best place to put them, and I like them there right now because I see them every time I open the cabinet. They're right at eye level, and I get to appreciate how pretty they are instead of just walking past them all the time or just having them in the corner of the room and I don't notice them really or see them up close. So I like that. I just get an eye full of flowers, and it's nice to see the stuff you have, to have it interact with you instead of tucked away. Um, I dig it. So I'm gonna put my chocolate cake back. Oh, and this is a stool that I use to reach the top shelf because I'm short. and um, and then that little cart there. So Cara left that, and she wasn't really using it for like stuff. It was just kind of taking up space. She had like some cardboard boxes and plastic containers on the bottom of it. So I have a little oh, you can't see with the chair. Have a little it's actually a mouse cage. These are called shoebox cages and they're for mice. But I stuck stickers on it like many years ago. I stole it from the animal facility because I needed some storage bins, and it's got spices in it. And to tell you the truth, I haven't actually used any of them yet. Some of them Carl left. Some of them I've been given by people. Like Amanda had a lot of extra turmeric, so I have sort of an inheritance of spices. Um, and my goal is to use them eventually. I just kind of eat stuff that isn't extra flavored, or I put salt. I like salt. I keep forgetting to add pepper. I know you're supposed to put pepper on things, but I just forget. Um, but my hope is that if they're easy to access, I will eventually actually use them. I have those two little wooden boxes. The left one has baking stuff, and the right one just has bottles of like vinegar and whatever cooking liquids in bottles for not baking. And then I've got like sugar and flour and like oil on the side. So that's my whole kitchen. Oh, and then there's this. So the bottom tray is tea, is all boxes of tea and stuff, and then there's Cara's waffle iron, and then the top has apples in it. Although right now there's a bag of pancake mix because I was moving things. So anyway, like I don't know. This is my kitchen stuff. I basically just eat vegetables and eggs, and sometimes beef jerky, and bread and milk. But I'm sort of figuring it out. I have this and chocolate cake and tapioca pudding. Because Zan gave me a recipe for that too, and it's really easy. I was very skeptical, and he was like, "No, I promise, it's so simple." It is actually, and I think that it counts as healthy because it has eggs in it. So if I'm really tired and I'm not super hungry, I will make a bowl of tapioca pudding, a pot of tapioca pudding for dinner. I think it counts as dinner, and nobody can tell me otherwise. And then Zen got me this, which is great and full of so much stuff, and it feels like having a friend just telling you silly stories and explaining how to cook things. And it's got a lot of things. I'm having fun. It's so much less overwhelming than the internet. Oh my God. I never want to look for a recipe on the internet again. There's just pop-up ads everywhere and very poorly written articles and website layouts that give me headaches, and everything's got 4.5 stars, 5 stars, 16,000 comments. It just is. It's very noisy, and all I have to do here is just open up the book, and it's just right here, and it's so calm. It's so simple. It's so fast, and I don't have to pull out the laptop. It's just. I think that for recipes, I cannot beat this book. this is my ideal cooking advice experience. um, and so slowly, I think I'm getting brave enough to try other recipes besides just baked vegetables. I'll get there. But my whole thing is that I'm not throwing away tons of food, and I have a kitchen I can use and things that I know where they are. And this is all like incredibly revolutionary to me. I'm so proud and so pleased and so excited, and I feel like this is the coolest thing in the entire universe. And it's almost like I have a hard time imagining that this is maybe not news to other people who grew up with kitchens that got cooked in. But my kitchen was basically just like an overflow from the laundry room with a big pile of laundry in the corner and then a bunch of garbage. So so this is like, god damn it. You know, some people are the first in their family to go to college. I feel like I am like blazing new paths in my family lineage for just like self-care and functionality. Like, oh my god, I'm feeding myself. This is like, stop the presses. I figured it out. I mean, what an experience it is to open up a recipe and it says use a teaspoon of vanilla, and my vanilla is right there. I just grab it and I pour it out and I put it back, just like that. Or I need a quarter cup, and I know where my measuring thingy is, and it's right there, and I use it, and I rinse it off, and I put it back. I mean, to me, this is unimaginable. The choirs of angels are singing, and I mean, to me, this is holy. This is a miracle. This is I feel like the universe has just like reached out its hands and like is just like holding me in its hands and is just like kissing me on the forehead and is saying like, here's your miracle, child. Like, all of your dreams can come true. And just like little sparkles of glitter are raining down around me, and the flowers are just popping up. There's just daisies all over the place, and it's just like, whoa! Oh my god! Oh my god! This is like, I just, I just didn't really think it could happen. I sort of had this feeling that other people lived in some sort of way where they cooked food and they had kitchens with stuff that they used, but it was so far away that it didn't feel real. It was like knowing that there's a continent across the ocean, but what does that really mean to me? I am on this piece of the earth. I'm not gonna get over there. Like, you're sort of mythical. It's like, good for you, I guess. I don't know. You're not part of my life. This isn't part of my reality. Um, and so to actually like break down that barrier and like have this insane, otherworldly, just totally inaccessible, unbelievable, impossible thing that only exists on the other side of the wall, and have it like come into my life. You're like, I can have this. I can have it. You know? It doesn't have to be like, you know, out there on the other side. And I'm just like, well, good for you, but I'll always just have to live this way. You know, like the wall can just disappear. And I, too, can be one of the people who makes their own cakes. it just it's just mind blowing. It's mind blowing. You see, do you see this right now? You see that sink is not piled high with dishes a foot high out of the counter that smell with yucky gross gook floating around in it. That sink is empty except for the two pots that are dirty. I mean, it's possible. I mean, it's possible for me. It's not just possible for other people, it's possible for me. All right, I just, it's really empowering, and I just feel proud. And I don't know how applicable my experience is to anybody else, but like, even if you grew up with a usable kitchen, I just want to tell you that it can be possible for you. Maybe it's not about the kitchen, but like that thing that you thought only other people could have, you might be able to have it too. Like it could be. Like, I don't know, but I'm just saying, take a chance. You know? Like, it could happen. Don't just not try because you're convinced it's never gonna happen for you. Like, actually give it a chance. Actually try it. Because I don't know. Like the universe might just like reach out its hands and give you a good hug and just tell you like, here you go. Dreams come true. Maybe one day you can make a chocolate cake.